Hi, welcome to my channel, and this video is a trip that we took 2 years ago from Perth to Kalbarri. So on day one we drove from Perth to well, first we stopped off at Gildterton, and then we had lunch at Lancelin outside the tavern looking out onto the beach. And then we stopped in at Grey, Hangover Bay, Kangaroo Point. We didn't actually go to Cervantes on day one. We went there after we'd slept at the Tuart Reserve. So I was going to take my time and take lots of stops and lots of breaks, look around, go in all the beach places on the way up the road. So this one's Gildterton, the Moor Estuary, where we stopped for a coffee, stretched our legs, just had a little look around at this nice estuary. So like I say, we were going to take our time and spend, say, 3 days at each free camp that we came to. But my husband heard that there was going to be a big storm in Kalbarri and that we needed to hurry up and chase the storm, like get there before the storm hit. But as it turned out, the storm overshot and went to Exmouth instead, so we didn't need to have rushed. Because the Tuart Reserve camp is a free camp, but there's no facilities there. But it's a very nice, peaceful camp. There was only 3 people staying at the same time as us. This is Lancelin, where there's lots of dunes, inland dunes, and to the left there's a little business where they hire out little sand buggies so that you can slide down the dunes if you want. And we tried to do it ourselves with a piece of cardboard, but you can't slide down on cardboard, not even with plastic attached, which is what we found out to our detriment. We were being a bit cheap and we wouldn't hire the buggies. Maybe we'll hire the buggies next time. And this is the tavern at Lancelin. We had fish and chips and looked out onto the beach and watched the birds. And then after Lancelin we went to Hangover Bay. Hangover Bay has got facilities. It's got a barbecue and it's got toilets and all that, but you can't actually stay there, even paid. You can't pay to stay there either. It's just a rest stop and a nice lookout area, and they've got walking trails as well, but we decided not to go for the walking trails. We can always come back and do walking trails if we want to take more time out. But we wanted to keep ducking in as many places as we could. There's the locals waving at us. So from Lancelin we drove up to stop off at Grey, and then we didn't actually go into Cervantes. This is Grey, which is a bit of a self-running Shanti Town. They've got their own water supply, so they're not hooked up to the electric or the water grid. Someone's got a boat on top of their shack there. And we also went back to have a look at the beach there, which is quite nice. I suspect that this is a fishing town, that fishermen stay there, a bit like at Betty's Beach, and they're only there when they're doing the fishing, when the fishing is out, because there was nobody there. And then after that is Hangover Bay that I was talking about earlier, which is a really nice place. There's lots of walking trails there, and they've got barbecues, and very well looked after place. Nice to just stop and have a look at the beach there, and you could have a picnic there quite easily. That's us parked out over in the car park there. It was pretty quiet actually, because we usually go off season, so there aren't as many people about. Although part of our holiday landed on a public holiday. So at Kangaroo Point we came across some emus running down the road, and that was really entertaining. Kangaroo Point, drive into Kangaroo Point, and we've discovered some emus on the road. It's a race! It's a race! Go, 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 go! Woo! Oh, oh, change of direction. There they go. And finally we reached our camping destination, the Tuart Reserve. It's a really nice camp. There's no facilities at all. There's no toilet, no barbecue, nothing. So you need to be self-contained to stay here. So this is Tuart Reserve campsite. We stayed here overnight. We had trouble sleeping, the two of us, but I managed to finally get off to sleep. I was quite dozy. So there's people parked over here. Apparently one person came late and they drove into this stump, and then they drove off, so they didn't stay. One person left at 6 in the morning and the other one left about 8, and we're still here at 11. Packing up now. We're gonna go to Cervantes next.